Once again, I'm here, and good day to you. How is your day going? I hope it's giving you some good vibes. Welcome to today's episode. I'll be talking about some secrets in marriage. Some secrets we think, okay, it needs to be, it's not necessary for it to happen. Okay, God should have taken care of it. No. Let's talk about few points, and this will be a part one of it. I have like 4 secrets for this part one and the remaining for part 2. Ride with me on this teaching bike. Number 1 secret in marriage. Marriage is a risk. Like what business people say, business is a risk. Anything that humans do, it is a risk. Going out and coming in is a risk, because like that's why we always pray Psalm 23, and we always pray that, like Yoruba will say, it is what I want to eat I am going out to find. Don't let me come across what will eat me up. Marriage is a risk. You are going into the unknown, but known by God. That is why as a believer, we have been pre-warned. Do not be unequally yoked with unbeliever. Don't be a Christian and go and settle down with a Muslim. And don't be a pagan and you want to settle down with a Christian. It will not work. Everything will clash. Altar will jam altar. And one must bow to a greater altar. So don't involve yourself. Don't be ready. Be prepared that you're going into a very risky business. But as a believer, with the help of God, you will overcome. The risk will turn into rejoicing. You cannot predict what will happen. That is why there are rooms for adjustment and compromisation. I will always say this. In anything, in anywhere you find yourself, be ready to compromise. If you go to a wedding and they did not give you food, make sure you have a biscuit and a snack. Make sure you have any snacks. Biscuit, chocolate, egg roll, fish roll, kidney corn. Just have a snack, and so that if they are sharing from the back and it did not reach you, chop your biscuit and drink your Coke in peace. If they are sharing the food from the front and it not reach you, chop your biscuit and drink your Coke and eat your fish roll in peace, and go back home and eat your rice. So if you are going into the unknown. So be ready, be prepared. Marriage is a risk. Nobody knows what you will go and find here. See, you can marry somebody that does not have money now. My sister and my brother, hey, don't look at that man or that woman as empty entity, like an empty barrel. When you join your hands together and pray, fight that risk and turn that risk into rejoice. And rejoice, turn it into something that you rejoice over. You can't predict what will happen. That is why in all situations and any junction you find yourself, in your marital life, in your business life, in your career life, in any aspect with anybody, always ask for spirit of discernment and always invite the Holy Spirit to guide you. Because everything, even the food we eat sometimes, is risk. Most of the food we are eating nowadays is full of chemicals. We are just eating it because we must eat, so that we can be able to thrive for the day. Number 2 secret is marriage is a work. The moment you conceive in your heart that I want to get married, know that war has started. War from that bestie, from that friend that don't want you to marry. Or war from that friend that say he's like myself now. Imagine somebody they were saying it on my traditional wedding day, and somebody heard and came to tell me, somebody that is not even from Kaduna, that me I'm marrying a rich person, I'm even marrying a pastor, that I get mine though. Who should I marry if I did not marry a rich person? You want me to suffer? I'm not ready to suffer. Look at that neighbor sitting beside you or listening with you. Tell that neighbor, I am not ready to suffer. So at that moment, even right from the time I knew I wanted to get married, a pastor approached me. My husband is a pastor. I conceived it in my heart that this is war, and I cannot fight it. So I go on my knees. Holy Spirit, what are you saying? That is where the spirit of discernment comes in. That is where you need personal conviction. Don't follow prophecy fully 100% that says, this is your husband, you must marry this person. Are you convinced personally that this is your husband? Are you convinced personally that this is your wife? Have that personal conviction that, okay, this is what I want to, this is who God has destined for me to marry. This is who I want to walk this journey of life with. Marriage is a war. Is it the war of friends? War of siblings that will say, okay, now you have married, you don't have our time again, you are not spending for us again? Or war of in-laws, both from your wife, both from the father or your husband, both from anywhere. War of third parties, war of envy, jealous people. War can come from any angle, Sama. So just be ready that have it in your mind, in the deep part of your mind, that marriage is a war. Even Jesus, while coming to this earth, he already know that it's a war. If you remember, they have already prophesied it in the Bible that they will deny him. He even told Peter that I know you will deny me 3 times before cock crow. And Peter did deny him. And one of his disciples also sold him out. Jesus was prepared, but none of this. He was focused. So in marriage, if you're ready to settle down, be focused. Like myself, I will use myself as an example. I told God, in my life, I always say it's while teaching. I never dream of getting married to a pastor, but here I am. I'm married to a pastor, and we are living well to the glory of God. God is taking care. Jesus is taking care of us. God is helping us. It's not by might, it's not by power, it's not by wisdom, but it's by the help of God. Conceive it in your heart that war has started. You will suffer disrespect, you will suffer cheating, stubbornness, selfishness, third-party influence, unforgiving, stinginess, miser, lack of love. These are the things. These are wars. When I mean war, I don't mean bullets, bomb, all this. But these are things that will bring out the beast in you. Like what I posted on my Facebook last week, recently, I think on Monday or Tuesday. I said, choose what you say to your spouse. Choose the attitude you portray to your spouse, because it is your words and your attitude, your action, that will either bring out the beast in that your spouse or the best in him, the beauty in him or her. Just conceive it in your heart that you have war to fight, both the unseen and the unseen, even from loved people, from loved ones. And thirdly, there is no marriage that does not have challenge. Every marriage have one or two. Even our fathers in faith, 1 or 2 months, they have challenges. They have their own challenge. No marriage is a bed of roses. No marriage is a bed of roses. Remember, our faces are different, so our challenges are different. We are brought up from different backgrounds. So please, be ready. Have it in mind that, okay, it might be rosy today, tomorrow it might not be rosy. Don't, because it is not rosy now and you turn out to be the beast, you turn yourself to be an animal in the house and you forget the good things he or she have done before. And lastly, know that, have it in your mind that no man is perfect, no woman is perfect. I have my weaknesses. My husband has his own weaknesses. Why not use your strength and fight it? Use his strength, don't use his weakness. We all have weaknesses, both in business, in skill acquisition, in whatsoever we find ourselves, wherever we find ourselves, with whomever we find ourselves, we have our weaknesses. But in order to overcome all these wars, all these secrets that we have heard and learned about, we need the help of the Holy Spirit. Invite the Holy Spirit into your home. He's the initiator. He knows how to do it. I was convinced, and the Holy Spirit told me I will face challenges from so many angles, but I should not be afraid. I should not be scared, because He is with me.